All right, let's talk about something that might just be the most important skill you can learn right now. It comes from Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. And look, it's not about grinding harder or working longer hours. It's about unlocking a superpower that's already inside you. Pure, uncut focus. So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You sit down, you're ready to tackle a big project, right? And like 5 minutes in, your brain just checks out. It's gone. You're reaching for your phone, you're checking notifications, maybe you're just staring into space thinking about something totally random. If that hits home, trust me, you are not alone. It's basically an epidemic at this point. And here's the tough part. The thing we don't really want to admit, this isn't just some quirky bad habit. This constant fight for your own attention, it's more than just frustrating. It is actively holding you back. It's quietly killing your chances at real, meaningful success. Okay, so let's really break this down. Before we can even think about fixing it, we have to name the problem. And honestly, it's a focus crisis. At the heart of this crisis is a huge clash between two totally different ways of getting things done. Okay, so on one side, you've got deep work. This is that awesome state of flow, you know? You're completely lost in a task, pushing your skills to the absolute limit. This is where the magic happens, where the real breakthroughs come from. But then you've got the other side, shallow work. Think about it. Checking emails, scrolling through social media, trying to do 5 things at once. It feels like you're being productive, right? You're busy, but it creates almost nothing of real lasting value. And let's be real, this is where most of us are stuck, day in and day out. So you gotta ask, right? If deep work is so amazing, why is shallow work our default setting? Well, here's the good news. It's not some personal failing. It's not because you're lazy. It's because our brains are literally being rewired for distraction. Let's dig into how that's happening. Just think about the world we live in. It's like a training camp for a short attention span. Every single ping, every like, every notification, it's a tiny little hit of dopamine, a little treat for your brain. And what does that do? It trains your brain to crave that constant, easy buzz. It pulls you away from the hard work of real focus. And let's be crystal clear. These apps and tools, they aren't designed to help you. They're designed to hijack and sell your attention. And this rewiring, it has real physical symptoms. I mean, do you ever try to read a book and find you can't go more than a few pages without grabbing your phone? Or how about this? You get to the end of the day, you feel completely drained, just exhausted. But when you look back, you can't name a single meaningful thing you actually got done. See, that's not a character flaw. That is the sign of a mind that's been trained for distraction. But okay, here's where we pivot. Because in a world that is literally drowning in noise and distraction, being able to focus isn't just about defending yourself. No, it becomes your ultimate offensive weapon. It's your single biggest advantage over everyone else. The whole idea is actually pretty simple. When literally everyone else is scattered, jumping from one thing to the next, just splashing around in the shallow end, your ability to go deep, to really focus, that becomes a flat-out superpower. It is the skill that separates the people who do amazing things from, well, everyone else. And this isn't just some abstract idea. This superpower comes with real, tangible rewards. People who master this, they learn complicated stuff way faster. They produce work that's on a whole other level, and they do it in less time. And you know what that means? They become incredibly valuable. So while everyone else is out there just trying to be the loudest, you can actually win in the quiet. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I actually do it? So let's get super practical. Think of this next part as your deep work starter kit. Step 1, and this is the big one. It's totally non-negotiable. You have to remove the distractions. Your phone is the #1 enemy of focus. Seriously, put it in another room. Step 2, schedule it. You have to time block your day and set aside specific, sacred chunks of time just for deep work. Third, start small. Don't try to be a hero and go for 5 hours on day 1. Just start with 30 minutes, maybe an hour of pure, uninterrupted concentration. And finally, you gotta remember that focus is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So here are the simple rules of the game. During your deep work time, you do work with intensity. Go all in. And you do take real intentional breaks. What you don't do is try to multitask. And you definitely don't fill your breaks with mindless scrolling. The whole point is to create a super clear, hard line between I'm focusing now and I'm not. And this all points to the main takeaway, the golden rule, really. The goal isn't to work more hours, it's to get more focus out of the hours you do work. Just think about it. 2 hours of pure, locked-in, deep work will absolutely crush 10 hours of distracted, shallow work. Every single time. It's all about the intensity, not how long you're sitting in the chair. All right, let's wrap this all up with one last, kind of hard truth. Because once you understand this stuff, you're faced with a choice, a real decision about the kind of work you want to do, and honestly, the kind of life you want to live. Because here's the bottom line, the fundamental reality of the world we're in now. If you can't control your own attention, you will always struggle. It'll be almost impossible to hit your biggest goals. You'll just be constantly pulled away from the stuff that actually matters by an endless fire hose of things that absolutely do not. And really, this is the final separation. Average people, they wait around to feel motivated. They're always chasing that lightning in a bottle. But winners, the top performers, they don't wait for a feeling. They build the discipline of focus. And that discipline lets them show up and get the work done every single day, whether they feel like it or not. So it really all boils down to a super simple, super powerful equation. No focus equals no success. That's it. In the world we live in today, you just can't have one without the other. They are completely tied together. So the challenge for you, starting today, is to start training that focus muscle. Protect your time like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Because like Cal Newport says, the ability to do deep work, it isn't just another nice-to-have skill. In this century, it's the one skill that's going to decide your entire future.